Almost.
Wow. Thank you all for being here. Yeah, we had a little party today for our friend Jolice. I'm very happy to see you all here. I wanted to briefly say a few words before our fine friends here send her off appropriately. You know, you can kind of try and figure out who you possibly met that was like her. If you have a list, it's a short list. You know, I don't know. I mean, she brought such power, energy, just unabashed love, undeniable force, and you know, you definitely knew who you met the first time you met her. By a show of hands, who here might put her in the world-class hug league? Okay, yeah. Right, so I don't know what it is exactly she studied, WWE wrestling or what, but yeah, she could put a upper and lower hook on you, and if you're lucky enough, especially if you're a large male, she'd lift you up. I don't know. It was uncomfortable at times. I'm like, you're lifting a 270-pound guy, but that's what she brought to the game. Yeah, and so you know, she was a rare individual with that sort of energy and light. And you know, I begin to kind of wonder as to, you know, what happens with all that energy, because I can confirm it's gone. But where did it go? I mean, I got a lot of physics background, and energy is never destroyed, so it went somewhere. Just, I don't know if we're good enough observers to know exactly where. But, you know, I don't know if it was a pebble that created a ripple through a lake, or how that transfer of all that energy and love happens, but I like to think that there was a city somewhere on the other side of the earth that it's, you know, when she passed, their lights in the city just got a little bit brighter for that moment. And why not? She had that kind of power and energy. I love her and I miss her. Part of why we're doing what we're doing today has to do with a little journey that Jolice and I sort of got into the last couple of years, and that had to do with meditation. And I don't know if Mark, if you're watching, Mark Gunn in Madrid, Spain, thank you very much, man. He opened up his house he kind of was on the verge of retirement, and he just said, turn my house into a Zendo. And Jose Shinsan was there, and we got to meditate there and explore our relationship with ourselves and the world around us. And I think it had a profound effect it did for me, and I know that Jolice found a new relationship with herself and the world around her. And I think people, especially if you lived with her, you would see the results of that. And it was not just learning to sit and meditate, but it was also the Dharma from Jose Shinsan Palma and Jihang, and valuable life lessons. And the nice thing, for her, she was a real defiant, you know, chick. I mean, you know, you can tell her shit. So all it was offered to her, check this out, have a seat and see what happens, and see what goes on between your ears and in your heart. And I think that appealed to her, and she was able to explore stuff on her own terms. And I think that was important for her. And So I think this would be very appropriate for Jolice. I know that she would be honored to have these two fine people of service commemorate her. So pass this off. Thank you.
So according to Buddhist lore, when someone dies, they go to the place of the 10 kings, wherever such place may be. And every 7 days, the 10 kings are serving as judges, and they ask the newly deceased, what kind of good action did you do when you were alive? And according to your action, a certain kind of rebirth is attained, or you might go to a certain realm. But of course, there's an inner meaning to all of this. You know, at that time, after someone dies, during the 49-day period, their mind opens up in an unusual way, and all their karma comes before them. So their energies lead them in particular ways, and they gravitate according to their energy pull towards those things they need yet to learn in a rebirth. That's the inner meaning of the judgment of the 10 kings. The kings just exist in one's mind. You know, we could say there are 10 levels of consciousness. It's a kind of natural life review and sorting out process. And so in Buddhism, our understanding is that time and space are relative. You know, any experience that we have of separateness is an illusion that's created by our mind. In modern physics, they also understand this. Reverse the direction of one subatomic particle and the other, miles away, also shifts. So our connection to each other can be felt that same way. You know, as my teacher would say, it's like radio waves. If we have a close connection to someone, the frequency of our consciousness and the wavelength of their consciousness is very closely attuned. So we come together to share our love and clarity with Jolice to help her along her path, you know, and also to celebrate the love that we've experienced. And so let's just take a minute to envision beautiful Jolice, the princess, in our heart and our mind. And if we like, we can place a hand here at the heart level to make that really embodied. Jolice, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you feel our love now. May you have deep and natural peace. May you have deep and natural peace. May your heart and mind awaken. May your heart and mind awaken. May you be free. So here in this corner of the world, we have beautiful teaching about impermanence, the waves continually returning to the ocean and not diminished by their return. So in this world of impermanence, we offer these blessings of ceremony to Jolice. We make offerings to all the spirits above and below, those who have found rest and those who are still wandering. The four elements disperse as in a dream. The six dust, six roots, and consciousness are originally emptiness. To understand that, the Buddha and eminent teachers return to the place of light, that light which we are, the clear light which is our true nature. The sun is setting over the western mountains. The moon is rising in the east. We sincerely invite Jolice to come before this altar, guided by the light of original nature, which is clear and bright, to receive these Dharma offerings. So this is a poem that's traditionally recited together, just a little Zen teaching, called The Human Root. Should be on your page. Coming empty-handed, going empty-handed, that is human. When you are born, where do you come from? When you die, where do you go? Life is like a floating cloud which appears. Death is like a floating cloud which disappears. Life and death, coming and going, are all like that. But there is one thing which is clear and pure, not dependent on life and death. What is that one pure and clear thing? So that luminous awareness is that which we are. May she rest in luminous awareness. With pure heart, I offer an invitation and prayer for Jolice. I also offer an invitation and prayer for all our ancestors from numberless past lives, our teachers, all spirits above and below, and all deceased beings. May they be guided by the light of original nature. May they rest and heal in that original light which we are. With deep sincerity, we offer an invitation to all beings. Please come and listen. This is Chapel of Awareness, which specializes in such work, so I do think they're here listening. True nature is before thinking. Dharma body has no form. Conditions and relationships appear and disappear like reflections in a mirror. The effects of karma arise and decline like a water bucket rising and falling in a well. We cannot understand this miraculously changing mind. When this illusion occurs, what can you do? We now sincerely invite Jolice to come before this altar, guided by the great Buddha's noble light, to receive these Dharma offerings.
So now we are going to recite or read teachings they call the Heart Sutra. They are the core of Buddhist teachings. These teachings is related about how much we are intertwined. So we are here because in some level we have a relationship with Jolice. Maybe we were so close, or maybe not too close, but it doesn't matter. So your presence is so valuable here for her final destiny, her journey. So I'd like to invite you to to read with me the Heart Sutra. So the Sutra on the heart of realizing wisdom beyond wisdom. Avalokiteshvara, who helps all to awaken, moves in the deep course of realizing wisdom beyond wisdom, sees the all fine strings of body and mind are boundless, and frees all from anguish. O Sariputra, form is not separate from boundlessness. Boundlessness is not separate from form. Form is boundlessness. Boundlessness is form. Feelings, perceptions, mental formations, and discernment are also like this. O Sariputra, boundlessness is the nature of all things. It neither arises nor perishes, neither stains nor purifies, neither increases nor decreases. Boundlessness is not limited by form, nor by feelings, perceptions, mental formations, and discernment. It is free of the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind, free of sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, and any objects of mind, free of sensory realms, including mind consciousness. It is free of ignorance and the end of ignorance. Boundlessness, it is free of all age and death, and free from the end of all age and death. It is free of suffering, arising, cessation, and path, and free of wisdom and attainment. Being free of attainment, those who have all to awaken abide in the realization of wisdom beyond wisdom and live with their unhindered mind. Without hindrance, the mind has no fear. Free from confusion, those who lead all to emancipation embody complete serenity. All those in the past, present, and future who realize wisdom beyond wisdom manifest unsurpassable, authentic, and true awakening. Know that realizing wisdom beyond wisdom is no other than this green mantra, luminous, incomparable, and supreme. It releases all suffering. It is genuine, no illusory. So set for this mantra, or realizing wisdom beyond wisdom, set for this mantra, they said, Gate, Gate, Paragate, Parasangate, Bodhisvaha. Gate, Gate, Paragate, Parasangate, Bodhisvaha. Gate, Gate, Paragate, Parasangate, Bodhisvaha. So, dear Jolice, we who knew and loved, you have come together. We have come together to share our grief and our gratitude, to honor your life, and to express our love and appreciation for you. We offer our heartfelt wish that your transition might be peaceful. Jolice, we respectfully ask you to accept our words, thoughts, and feelings. By the solitary fullness of wisdom's moon, you have illuminated the 10,000 waters. With compassion, you have responded to suffering and joy. We are unable to look upon your face, yet we see the results of your intentions. We wish to honor you by offering incense, flowers, and candlelight in remembrance of you. May the merit of these words of this Heart Sutra be sent to Jolice, who has newly returned to her origin. Humbly we pray that the inmost nature of her spirit and the fruit of her life may bloom like a lotus. You are a lotus, remember that. The Buddha turns the Dharma wheel, and so the reality shown in all its many forms. All suffering beings are liberated and brought to great joy. Having chanted the Heart Sutra, we offer the merit generated to the awakened nature of all beings, the ocean wisdom and compassion in the interdependence of all creations, the great embodiments of compassion, love, and wisdom. And with all hearts and all minds, we dedicate this chanting, this service to Jolice Wiedenhoff, who died on July 12, 2018. May penetrating light dispel the darkness of ignorance, and the mind flower bloom in the eternal spring. May the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas who hear the sounds of the world show us the way of compassion, and may we realize the Buddha way together.
If there is anyone among family and friends who would like to offer a few words, you're welcome to do so at this time.
Well, my name is Stu, and I'm a friend of Jolice. I would like to read a slightly paraphrased lyric of a song by Irving Berlin. How much do we love you? I'll tell you no lie. How deep is the ocean? How high is the sky? How many times a day do we think of you? How many roses are sprinkled with dew? How far would we travel to be where you are? How long is the journey from here to a star? And if we ever lost you, how much would we sigh? How deep is the ocean? How high is the sky? Thanks, Jolice, for lighting our lives. That's all.
So I'm going to now invite us into some chanting. And the chanting, while it may not be so familiar, is very simple. It only has 3 words, and they're printed right there in the brochure, which is, the first word is Kwan, which means perceive. And the second word, Sum, is world sound. Bosal simply means a bodhisattva, an archetype. In this case, the archetype of compassion. That great love and compassion that illuminates our path, that illuminates Jolice's path. So it's a way of offering our love, our highest energy, our prayers, our full spirit. And as we're doing the chanting, we're going to offer these petals into the bowl that is there on the altar as a gift of appreciation, a gift of love, a gift of these experiences of joy and beauty that we so have had with our princess. So I'm going to do the chanting first so you can hear it, and then as you're comfortable, you're welcome to join in.
And just please, whoever wants to offer the petals, just step coming.
Kwan Sambo Sa, 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 Kwan Sambo sam bo sa, quan 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 sam Kwan Sam Bosa, 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 Sam Bosa, Kwan 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 Sam Bosa, Sam Bosa, Kwan 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 Sam Bosa. sa, quan sam bo 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 sa. So I'm going to offer this short form of poa practice, which is a Tibetan practice of transitioning through death consciously. And so in this, we can use it as a visualization for ourselves when we think of Jolice over the coming weeks and months and years. And it's also just to the point now. So just beginning by connecting with our breath, so that we're centered in our body, we're clear in our mind, and we're envisioning lovely Jolice, our princess in our mind's eye, whole and strong, radiant, joyful, in some place which is beautiful, which she would have loved. And above her is that source of love, radiance, Buddha nature, whatever name we may give to it. Whoever needs to forgive her has done so. And we know that because of her great generosity of spirit. She is extending forgiveness to whoever there is to forgive. We can imagine these phrases, for all the harm I might have done to others, knowingly or unknowingly, forgive me. For all the harm others have done to me, knowingly or unknowingly, I forgive you. For all the harm I have done myself, knowingly or unknowingly, I forgive myself. And through all this, Jolice experiences a cleansing of the heart so that she simply seems more radiant. The source of love, that one pure and clear thing, is so touched by this that that light from above radiates into and through her, entering her heart, suffusing through her body, radiating through every pore of her skin, enveloping her toes, her fingers, her head, so that she's filled with light. We can see her having become that light, one with the source of joy, one with great love and great compassion. The four elements disperse as in a dream. The six dust, roots, and consciousnesses are originally empty. To understand this, the Buddha and eminent teachers return to that place of light, that light which we are. The sun is setting over the western mountains. The moon is rising in the east. The graceful lotus flower opens, and petals fall in place. The seeds of good actions continue to replant themselves. The coming and going of life and death is like this. Like the changing of seasons, summer and winter. It is like a bolt of lightning striking in the empty sky, like the great waves disappearing into the vast ocean. We bow with homage and appreciation and wholeheartedly continue our own lives for the benefit of all beings. All Buddhas, 10 directions, 3 worlds, all venerable ones, bodhisattvas, mahasattvas, wisdom beyond wisdom, mahaprajna paramita. So we can together close with the 4 immeasurables. May all beings have happiness and the sources of happiness. May all beings be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all beings rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion.
Well, thank you all for coming. I know Jolice would have, I don't know, I think she could appreciate this. I'm going to play one last song, and you can leave as you choose. We have a bunch of cold cuts and sandwiches. We'll get that set up on the side here, and you're free to stay and mingle. And I've got, I'm very grateful for a number of my friends that are in the program, my martial arts friends who are here, and my brothers and sisters in Sangha, in our meditation group and our community are here. And see some friends from high school and some new friends that I've not met from Jolice that have traveled all the way down from LA from this, and thank you very much. So anyways, I'll crank out a tune, and if you want to hang out and eat something and have a little chat, we'll be available. So it might just take a couple of minutes for us to get set up. So you feel free to gather on the side of the building should you choose, or if you want to go. Thank you so much for being here. Audio technical difficulties.
I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. Things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. Mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. Soul inside is all light. Ooh. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am divinity defined. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light. I believe in open doors. I've taken off the screen. I'm ready to let the world come inside and tell my life. I will no longer be defined by what someone else believes that I am. And now that I have dropped the weight, I am light as a feather. It's time to elevate. Sober rise, lift your eyes, spread your wings, and prepare to fly. This is the moment of your life. Go ahead and fly. I believe in open doors. I'm outside of the box. What did not demolish me simply polished me. Now the clearer I can see, I know where I wanna go. I am living in the flow. Now that I've dropped the weight, I am light as a feather. It's time to elevate. Sober rise, lift your eyes, spread your wings, and prepare to fly. This is the moment of your life. Go ahead and fly. I believe in open doors.